Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another layout. This is another one that it's a layout that I found. I found the video way back in the archives, and I was cleaning out my computer to make more room on my hard drive, and I saw this video and I was like, I don't think I've ever put this video up or this page up, and I found two like that. So I decided to just edit the video and put up the page. Now this again was done last October, November, and these were all pictures that I printed with my Canon selfie, and it was all pictures of the process of them building our house and stuff. So every day, or almost every day, we would after the people would leave, we would go and just see what was done, and then I would take pictures. So this here are the watercolor pencils from Prima, and I'm using the brown one and the white one. And I don't know, I just wanted to make some like color there. It just kind of reminded me of because they were like painting, and there was just so much so much mess everywhere with them, working every day. And it just, I don't know, it just kind of reminded me of the painting and even, the ground outside and all this stuff. So I just wanted to do the background, so it kind of reminded me of that a little bit. So I did use the Prima colors. I believe I'm going to use it on the bottom left also. And then I use my some spray mist in a few different colors, a couple of brown ones and also a pink one. I wanted to add some pink because I want to use some pink 3x4 cards. Now I'm trying to fit a ton of pictures on one layout, and what I'm going to end up doing is sort of like the birthday card or birthday layout, where I put sort of 4 different clusters. So I guess I'm going to do something like that here, but just a little different. I was going to leave a white border around all the photos, and then I thought, no, I'm just going to cut them down. That way I can keep most of what I want in the photo to kind of show the progress of the house, but I can cut them down and fit a whole bunch of photos on one layout. So I think I end up fitting I think 5 or 6 photos on this layout. So certainly more photos than I usually put on one single layout. And that little blue cutter, it's from Creative Memories, and I've had mine for 10 plus years, and they still make them, but they're a little white cutter now. And I did buy a white one because they say these are good for 50,000 cuts, and I've had it for 10 plus years, and it still cuts through the pictures like butter. I have to say, I've only cut photos with it. Like, I don't cut anything else. I make sure that that's the only thing that I use that cutter for, is to cut my photos, and it's lasting a really long time. So where I had to, when I cut down the photos, I took the white away from the photos. I wanted to add it again on some of the photos, so I'm going to just mount it on cardstock and then cut it down. Because when I cut down the photos, I did cut more than just the white strip. Like, I really made the photos quite a bit smaller, but I wanted that white border just so that the photos stick out on the layout a little bit more. And that's going to take a few minutes. And those 2 photos there, I'm going to put them together so then it's like one 4x4. And see the picture to the right there, that's my craft room when it was being built. The one attached to it is a picture of when they were doing the ceramic floor in our kitchen. And then one of the pictures is when it was just the foundation and they just started putting like the wood on, starting to build a house. So it's sort of like different stages of the house as it was being built. And then one of the pictures is the front of the house and the other one is the back. Once I matted the photos with the white cardstock, I'm also going to mat it with this wood grain, just so that it gives it a little bit more color up against the background, the white cardstock. And the green cutter, it is called the Caterpillar Crop, and it's great. I just love it. It has a light on it, and you can see exactly where you're going to cut. And I have two of them. I have the Caterpillar Crop, and that's the one that's right there. It does have an arm that you can extend out, but it's very portable. So that's the one that I take to crops. And then I have the Caterpillar Pro, and that one, it's like the base is, I think, 15 inches wide, and it's a little bit more sturdy and big, but that's more like a tabletop. You leave it on your table. So sometimes, you know, I'll walk to it and use it that way. But this is perfect for taking to crops for sure. Okay, so now the photos are all matted. I'm going to take out the oil pastels again from Prima, and I'm going to add a little bit more color to the left of the layout. So you have color on the top right and the bottom left. And again, I'm using the brown crayon and the white crayon, and then I'm just blending them together. And it's going to make sort of like an extra little mat for the photos, but it does add, you know, some mixed media feeling to it. And again, I'm going to use my sprays, the colorings, and I think that one's a distressed ink in sponge sugar. That is one of my favorite colors. Now this is a cut apart sheet. It looks like it might be from Amy Tangerine or Dear Lizzie. And I'm going to cut out all the pink ones so I can use them on this layout. And I decided to go with brown and pink for this layout. And now that I've decided to use those cut aparts as the layering pieces for my layouts, now I can start putting everything together and start gluing everything down and start deciding what embellishments I'm going to use for this. Now I'm using the cut aparts in the sizes that they were, and I'm just dividing them between the 4 different clusters. And I'm going to end up layering 2 of the photos one on top of the other, because one of them, you know, it was just basically so that I could see the progress on every side of the house, we'll say. And so I was able to see enough that I was okay with layering another photo over top. And now I'm going to start looking into my embellishment clusters, and a lot of these, it looks like I might have been using part of a hip kit club. And I just opened one of the embellishment packages, and I'm going to go through it and see what I like or has pink on it, and I'm going to take it out and might use it for this layout. To tell you the truth, I did this page so long ago that I really don't remember everything that ended up on this layout, and there won't be any pictures at the end because I did look for the layout for a little bit and I wasn't able to find it. So it's probably in one of those 10 iris containers that needs to be journaled on. And anyway, I couldn't find it to take pictures of the layout. I managed to find the birthday one, but I couldn't find this one. So at the end, kind of slowed down the video so that you can see the layout a little bit close up, because I bring it up to the camera. So now I'm just, once I grabbed the embellishment clusters, I'm going to divide them in between the clusters. And this was a little different for me because this wasn't a page that I actually, chose the papers ahead of time and then the embellishment clusters. While I was doing the layout, I was choosing the embellishments and putting them on the page as I was doing the page. And I can tell you, the video is still 50 minutes long, but I had close to 2 hours of footage that I had to cut down. So for me personally, the way that I, make the page kits and choose my embellishments and then the photos and then get the page done, it seems to cut down a lot of it cuts off about an hour to do it that way, to kind of get all the embellishments done or picked ahead of time, and then when I put the layout together, then I can usually do a layout within 45 minutes to an hour. Now these stickers here are from the Amy Tangerine Oh Happy Life, I believe it's called, from what the sticker says there, but I think that's the name of the collection too. And I wanted to, there was quite a bit of hearts between all the little collections that I was playing with, so I decided to put hearts on every, I believe on every cluster. So it's not all the same thing. Like one of them is 3 little heart stickers. The other one is, that one there is an acetate. Then another one is a die cut right there, and then the other heart that I'm sticking over top and layering it over top, that's actually like a rubber embellishment. And so I'm just trying to go through and find all the ones that are little hearts. And then I found one of these little birds here, and I really thought it was really cute, and it was the right color. And I'm going to end up putting it on one of the embellishment clusters. So I end up using quite a few stickers from the Amy Tangerine sticker book, which is kind of nice. There was quite a few little hearts and the little birds that were the right color, and some transparent word stickers. So that all worked out well with the theme, the colors and everything that I was using. So there goes another little bird. So I'm going to end up using it on this embellishment cluster. And then to finish it off, I'm just going to grab I have a dark brown Nouveau drop, so to make your own little enamel dots. And I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to end up putting some little drops at each of the cluster. And once they dry, they look like little enamel dots. And also I found 3 little birds in the sticker book, and I put them in each of the clusters. And there's the Nouveau drop, and I'm going to end up putting it at each embellishment clusters. And depending on how much you put, or you squeeze out, it makes either little dots or bigger dots. And that's going to complete this layout. Again, for July, I'm uploading a video a day, which there is only 1 day left. And I just want to thank you again for joining me today. And I hope you enjoy this video. And here are a little close-ups of the page. And we will chat to you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.